Hi there. Let's do a quick demo of Transformer Lab. Transformer Lab is an open source application that allows anyone to do advanced engineering with large language models. First, you can see that Transformer Lab is currently running, and you can see some quick stats on what's happening inside my computer. Most importantly, you can see that the GPU isn't currently being heavily used. If I click on the Computer tab here, I can see more details on what's happening inside my computer. I can see here that I have an RTX 3090 as my graphics card, and I can see the CUDA version and whether or not Flash Attention is installed. Now, let's do some work with a large language model. First, I'll create an experiment to capture the work that we'll do. When I click on the Foundation tab, I can see a bunch of the local models that I currently have downloaded on my computer. Let's use a model called Zephyr, because we know that it works well for applications like RAG. Transformer Lab allows you to use various different inference engines to run your model. For this model, I could use VLLM or FastChat. If I was running this on a Mac, I could also use MLX. For now, let's use FastChat, which is the standard Hugging Face Transformers inference engine. When I click on Run, the model will start to load, and you'll see that my VRAM usage will start to go up. Now that the model is running, you can see that the indicator light is now green, and my VRAM has ramped up to being used 59%. Now that the model is running, I can talk to it. And I can also edit the system message to try and change its personality. Transformer Lab also allows you to do completions, like this. We can also do templated prompting, such as this example that converts any statement to English. In addition to standard interaction, Transformer Lab also supports RAG out of the box. I can click on Query Docs and drag and drop a few documents into the UI. And right away, I can start asking questions. When I do a RAG query like this, I can see the template that the model used behind the scenes. And I can also see the context documents that were used to answer the question. If I want to dig deeper, I can look at the logs and see all of the queries that have been sent to the model as I've been chatting with it. This can help debug what's happening behind the scenes. But Transformer Lab isn't just about interacting with models. Where it really shines is when it comes time to training. Let's switch to a simpler model so that we can train fast. We'll use TinyLlama, which is a 1.1 billion chat model. Now that I have TinyLlama selected as the model I'd like to train, I can use this previously saved training template that I created earlier to train TinyLlama on the Samsung dataset. When I click on Queue, it goes into the queue and the training begins. As the training engine does its work, you can see a progress bar that moves along as the training completes. Let's stop this so I can show you a different type of training. Here, I've created a training template for reinforcement learning using human feedback. A conversation is provided, and two options are provided to the model. One is the preferred answer, while the other is the rejected. I've already created a dataset called reward, and you can see the data that I'm providing to the engine. Here's the conversation, here's the chosen answer, and here's the rejected one. I'll configure it to use Simpo training with a learning rate of 0.001, and we'll train it just for one epoch to see how quickly it can go. When I run it, you can see that the training has begun, and the progress moves quite quickly. I can train a model of this size using Simpo training in just a few minutes. As the model is trained, I can click on Tensorboard to see how it's progressing. Here, I can see the loss function while the model's still being trained. I can also see detailed output of what's happening in the training engine. The way that Transformer Lab is able to support so much different functionality is through something we call plugins. If you click on Edit on any script, you can see the Python code that's run when that script is executed. These are just a few of the key features of Transformer Lab. I hope you're as excited as we are because we're just getting started. Please download the application, and if you get a chance, please start the repo on GitHub. Thanks so much.